Hello everyone and welcome back to my Beyond the Gates 24 official YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Eva is being canvassed by Nicole. She says Leslie is her surrogate mama. Her mama failed and Leslie was her stylish friend. Leslie asks if Eva can work long hours because there's a lot going on. Eva indicates she and Leslie are new in DC, so she doesn't have any regular hair guests at this point. All should be good. They talk about Laura's accident and Nicole says it wasn't an accident. She's more concerned at this point at getting her family through her ex-husband's marriage. Nicole tells Eva the job is hers if she wants it, at least temporarily until Laura returns. Haley is getting ready for her espousal and drooling with Bill about their honeymoon in Italy. However, she doesn't want to wake up. Haley wishes their pairing hadn't caused him so important pain, if this is a dream. Bill says his marriage to Dani would have ended either way and they should just move forward. Bill's adjunct, Caroline, arrives, and Haley delves into her history. She says she was on her own because she no way knew her father nor had any siblings. Her mama begrudged her because of the situation. Caroline says everyone accepts and loves her. Caroline works with Haley's makeup and she's thrilled with the results. Haley thanks Caroline for being with her and being her friend. Caroline says everyone in Fairmont Crest will ultimately get it and says, Dani be damned. Caroline brings Haley a serape for the bouquet her mama used at her marriage for commodity old. The coming box she presents as commodity espoused, a beautiful sparkly choker. Haley begins to cry and Caroline tells her not to destroy her makeup brilliance. Andre is gaping at Dani when she awakens. They both reflect on how amazing the night ahead was. They both aloud. They were featuring, and Dani says they'd to forget the night ahead happed. She says last night was amazing and she doesn't lament anything. That being said, she's raw and not ready to be involved in anything serious. Andre says he's a no-strings Joe and understands Dani is in a bad place right now. He says she should flash back that in case she ever wants to play again. Dani thinks it's time for him to go before the folks of Fairmont Crest realize his auto has been in the driveway all night. Andre thinks folks should see his auto so they know she's moving on. Dani gets it but says she's not moving on indeed though Bill's marriage is that veritably evening. Andre doesn't get it but complies. He kisses Dani and exits. Ashley checks in with Naomi as she's upset about her emotional state. Ashley says Naomi gets to be in her passions grounded on the treason of her father and Haley. Naomi can't believe she invited Haley into their family only to have that lying little wine destroy them. Ashley thinks everything may have turned out for the stylish because Bill showed his true colors. Dani arrives at Bill's door to talk. Dani tells Bill to cancel his marriage and come back home where he belongs. She understands how delicate it would be but they could recommit to their family and come back stronger. Bill says she was formerly his everything and Dani says she could be again. Bill strokes Dani's impertinence and also reviews how he and Dani met. He reflects on how awful their meeting was which makes her despair sad. Dani says he made her this way but Bill says she's a overgrown Dupree woman, responsible for her own choices. Bill says Haley is going to be his woman. And tells her to show some grace and forgive his woman. To be. Dani says she's heard enough, grabs her stuff and makes her exit. Andre gets ready to shoot Nicole and Ted but snarks with Kat just ahead. Andre asks everyone the skinny about Ashley and Derek. Kat says he should quiz Naomi as she's Ashley's BFF. She does say he should be careful because Naomi is also close to Derek. Ted is intrigued as Ashley isn't Andre's usual type. Nicole notes his attention span for women is casual at best while Ashley is a serious woman. Andre shoots the videotape as Kat asks her parents questions about how they met in Maui. Ted remembers they were introduced by someone and neither flash back. Nicole says they talked until the sun came up and they both agree their futures were set in that moment. With that, they kiss. Shanice warns Ashley not to ask to leave beforehand as she has only been on staff a short time. She knows she might as there's a big marriage planned for moment. Ashley says her fellowship with Naomi doesn't get her invites to big events. Shanice pushes asking if Haley is a temptress or if Bill is a cheater. Ashley says both can be true. Dani is frenetically going through her closet and pulls out a box, which easily holds commodity bad. Everyone who's anyone behind the gates has gathered for the most libelous marriage in recent history. The Dupree family is seated agitating the depth of Bill and Haley's treason. The outliers note how stalwart Dani is and how selfless she's being by attending. Dani says the girls and their relationship with their father is what matters. She appreciates everyone's support during this ghastly time. Bill meets up with Vernon in the middle of the room and is surprised he recognized his request for attendance. Bill thinks everyone dressed in black is atomic backhanded. Vernon leans in and says they're eventually burying his influence over the Dupree family. This is the last favor he'll ever get from a Dupree. With that, Vernon walks down. Anita and Vernon tell Dani they're surprised she didn't hop a flight to Paris. Dani says she can no way be indicted of not being a Dupree dogface. That being said, Dani says she has attended for a reason. Anita and Vernon both suppose commodity is over. Vanessa walks up on a man who happens to be her hubby, Douglas. They bandy how delicate it has been to connect, and Douglas says they're due a trip to the Bahamas. Dani runs into her stylish friend, Pamela Curtis. She cut her trip suddenly as she'd no way allow her to go through this night alone. Pamela says they're getting her through this night, but they must begin with a drink. Kat meets Thomas Navarro, an attorney at her Uncle Bill's law establishment. He asks if he can take her out some night. Vanessa and Dani meet up at the bar. She says she can still go to Paris, but Dani says that time has come and gone. Smitty is on the phone and says to Arbitrary, "It's nice to be wanted again." Just also, Martin walks up and asks who he was talking to. Smitty says everything is each good and he still belongs to his hubby. Bill approaches Dani and says he needs to apologize for their earlier hassle. He says he's tired of all the mess and wants to find a happy medium. Dani calls his Baranka as she knows he got to her parents. She wishes nothing but a negative impact on him and his hustler. With that, she throws a drink in Bill's face and walks down. When Dani makes a concession, is it to Andre? Or, is it commodity differently she needs to get off her casket? When Naomi confronts Jacob, is it about her mama? Jacob felt a lot of guilt over not arresting Dani, so he did commodity to ease his guilt. He arrested Dani. This seems like it'll be a big point of contention between these two. Doug easily has a gambling problem. He's kept that from Vanessa, at least to some extent. Still, he overreached himself, and now he's made a deal with Joey. Obviously, Joey isn't notoriety to mess around with. When Doug tries to get himself out of a sticky situation, it could have commodity to do with his gambling, or maybe it's commodity differently. Kat and Eva continue to go at each other. Eva says wearing Kat's dress wasn't her idea. Kat isn't buying anything Eva is dealing and knows she wants her entire life. Nicole scolds Andre for showing interest in Ashley. He doesn't understand why he's interested in a woman who's formerly attached and prodigies from where that inclination originates. Haley tells Bill she can't live with all the drama. She thinks they should just call their whole relationship off. Ted tells Nicole she needs to let commodity go. She wonders why he's telling her what to do. Jacob suggests Naomi sue her father's establishment. She says she wants it so poorly she can taste it. Haley tells Dani not to try her as she wouldn't like what happens if she does.